Hey guys, this is Jen from ScanNCut Canvas and Scal Help on Facebook. Going through and trying to catch a few little things that I have maybe never caught before. Okay, the buttons on the machine. This is the mat load button. Okay, anytime you go to cut, you have to make sure your mat is loaded. I do have a video that shows you how to, or how I load my mat to prevent any mat load errors. So I make sure it's nice and snug, and then I hit it. So that loads it. And then don't ever unload your mat until you check all the way around your design to make sure it's cut out how you want it, via or be it a kiss cut through your vinyl, so take your pick, or lift up on it if it's cardstock. Make sure that it's cut all the way through. Okay, your start stop button, that starts your cut or your draw, and it stops it or pauses it when it's going through there. And a lot of times if I'm testing or tweaking a design, I will frequently stop it or pause it through each design, and then just hit start again, and that will resume cutting. Okay, you will notice on your mat, let me see if I can, yeah, you see how these little cut lines right up here? Okay, this is where the machine cuts, okay, to start the registration of the blade to go into your mat. Perfectly fine, and it has to happen. If that doesn't happen, you need to stop and contact Brother, because it needs to happen. If not, your machine is not going to cut properly. Okay, here's your wrench tool, or your wrench button. Let me focus this in a little bit better. Pull this down so we can see what we're doing. Now that just drowned out all the, you can't even see the daggum thing. Okay, it's because this is too bright. There we go. Okay, so right there's your wrench, your home, and your power button. Your wrench, that's the key to find all your cool stuff. Now when you hit this, that's how you can change the size of your mat, okay, independently without going to the 12 by 24 or 12 by 12. You can make it whatever you want right here, and it tells you the size. Okay, okay, and your background, you can change all that. And then this goes through all of your speed and things, but we've already been through all of this. Okay, oops. Okay, one other thing I want to touch on is this, oh, this camera thing. Just have to get used to it. Is right down here, this thing, the bail. Lots of people forget to fasten that down. If you do, you're going to think your machine is broke. Okay, what that does, when you put your blade in there, is that keeps it from popping up and around. If you don't have it fastened, any amount of pressure that you have, even with my low and slow method with the -1 starting pressure, when the machine goes to do it, as you see, it's just going to slide around. So you're not going to make a cut, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, what's wrong? A long time ago, when we first started, the machine would notice that and pick it up. Okay, doesn't do that anymore, and I don't really understand why. So I wish Brother would fix that. Another thing that I'm going to mention is the extension cord. This is so very important to have on your machine. At least I think so. It goes right in here. Let me unload my mat. It's just getting in the way. It goes right in here, right where your USB goes. I have the foot long one. Try not to get the really short ones, okay, because that just adds more pressure when it's hanging. Okay, so you want it to be able to lay on the top of your desk or your table or whatever you're working at. And I use a lighted USB, so when that light comes on, I know that it is communicating with my machine. If that light goes off, okay, I know that it's not working. And when I come here to press my pattern. My save data. It's not inserted. How many times have you gotten that message? Oh, I used to get it all the time with my 100 and it drove me batty. I put this in. It starts working. There it is. Okay. Oh, and this is my font USB. I store all of my files on USBs. Okay, so that is just some general how-tos and things from the machine. Also, when you are using this thing, okay, do not ever let it slam. Okay, so pull it up, take it back down. They're just click up and click downs. I tape mine in place when I'm moving it, like when I go to classes, so that it does not have the chance to flop around. So if you ever move it, tape it in place. Okay, when you're done, when you're using it, pull it up. Try to stuff something behind there so that it doesn't, if it accidentally falls, it's not going to slam down. How many people do you see say that their screen only works half the time or whatever? There is electrical contacts that go up into there, and with constant repeated slamming back and forth, I think that has a lot to do with it. So if you can control that and can control this movement so that it is not flopping around all the time, and you control the actual movement of it, I think that really helps. Okay. Alright, so I think that's about it. I just really quickly wanted to touch on all that for people that have those questions, okay? If you guys do have any further questions, though, please come and find me over at ScanNCut Canvas and Scal Help on Facebook. We'll try to get you squared away. Thanks, guys.